And I can do a little editing at home too.
Yeah, you could probably do that.
Yeah.
Cut off all the ahs.
Yeah.
Right?
So, hello, Hardeep.
Hi, Eric. Nice to meet you.
Thanks for taking a couple minutes. So, Hardeep, I just wanted to ask you a couple questions about healthcare in India and get a kind of a sense of your background growing up and your family's experience with the Indian healthcare system.
Yeah, so Eric, as you know, I'm born and brought up in India, and I've lived most of my teenage life back home in India. My parents, who are getting old and go to the hospital very often these days, when we look at hospitals, we usually just take them to a private hospital because some of the government-run hospitals that are there are very poorly equipped in terms of infrastructure, and they're not very hygienic, and that's one reason why we don't look at the government hospitals, though they might have some of the best doctors available there.
Right, right. So as you know, we're trying to come up with a possible solution for the Indian healthcare system, and what we were considering was a government agency that would oversee, regulate, and enforce policies that were geared towards advocating the citizens of India's greatest good. And what we had in mind was basically all private healthcare organizations that wanted to do business in India would be compelled to make a contribution towards this fund and be accountable for it. And also part of the condition of doing business with that, they would have to have a guarantee that they would develop the Tier 2 and Tier 3 regions and provide specialized care to the outliers who historically haven't had access to this higher level of care. Do you think that would be a good solution? And if so, what else do you think should be a part of the equation to make sure that it was successful?
So I think that's a great idea and a great starting point. As you know, 27.5% of Indians live below poverty line. That means they earn less than $1.25 a day. And for most of these Indians, the private healthcare is out of reach. And so proposing a solution where the private healthcare industry actually keeps a certain number of beds in the hospital or certain number of seats that are available only for the poor in the suburbs as well as in the rural areas, so that they can be serviced by the private doctors at a discounted price. I think that will be a good contribution that the private healthcare industry can make towards the Indian people.
Right. Sounds good. Well, thanks, Hardeep.
Thanks.
Certainly
Eric.
appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Oh, I don't know what we did.
No, it's
Check
fine.
it. Okay.
And I'll just at home just cut it right
All
there.
right. You can do that. You can check it.